In the way of analysis, Micro Focus offers its customers the Modernization Workbench. And the Modernization Workbench helps customers deal with various complexities of their systems. One form of that complexity is business complexity. So we have customers, insurers, large banks, government agencies that have applications that really are running their business and have evolved over many, many years. The types of applications you have are things like financial management, customer management, core banking systems, claims processing. All of these are absolutely core to the business of these large companies, and understanding how those systems automate their business is key to dealing with that complexity. Additionally, there's technical complexity. And with technical complexity, these applications are generally 10, 20, 30 years old, hundreds of millions of lines of code. They're composed of things, by everything from COBOL to Java. The result is these applications have evolved over years. The original authors of the applications are no longer with the company. And so the developers, the analysts, the architects no longer really understand how the system is put together. Industry analysts say that this year the top challenge for CIOs is understanding the complexity of their systems. With that complexity, risk is introduced. That risk means that these customers are afraid to change their systems. Their budgets are totally consumed by just keeping those systems up and running. As a result, they become risk averse because when they do change the systems, they've broken them in the past. So the way that we deal with that risk aversion is through information. Through understanding the technical and business reality of their systems, we're able to help these customers understand how they can change them, how they can modernize them. Much like shining a light in a dark room helps you see the barriers and avoid running into them, information helps you understand those barriers as you're trying to modernize your system. So our immediate priorities are rolling out the new release of the Modernization Workbench. We've just shipped Modernization Workbench 3.1, which our tagline is it's 3 in 1. So it's a combination of Revolve and Enterprise View and the Modernization Workbench all rolled together into a single product. So with that product, we're able to support things like migration efforts through the inclusion of the Mars report that we have in Revolve to help customers understand what they need to do to migrate their applications off the mainframe onto the Micro Focus stack. We've also included Enterprise View as a component to the Modernization Workbench now. So any code that you put into the Modernization Workbench repository, immediately you have access to dashboarding and CIO level information of those applications. And then we've also continued to enhance the Modernization Workbench and the various components that it has. So we need to roll that out, support our customers we already have, continue to support this field and the services and sales organizations so that they can be successful with their customers. We do see some competition in other areas of the market. Primarily, the most closely related to us is IBM with their RDZ and RAA. RDZ is their Rational Developer for ZOS, and RAA is Rational Asset Analyzer. Those two products combined are very similar to what we offer in the form of MFE and the Modernization Workbench. However, IBM is primarily targeting IBM mainframe customers, and IBM is afraid to move those applications off the mainframe. Of course, that's a big part of our business and a big reason why IBM is nervous about what we're doing on the migration front. Additionally, there's a company, Cast, out of France. They focused primarily on providing dashboarding similar to the things that we have in Enterprise View, but dashboarding to help developers improve their productivity and coding standards. It's somewhat of a niche market, and of the last year or so, they've actually been losing more money than they're making, so they seem to be a competitor on the decline. Probably our biggest competitor, though, is inertia. These customers have been performing modernization and evolution of their applications with the tools they have in hand today. We need to get them to change how they're doing their business and demonstrate the added value that we bring to the customers and their applications with our tooling. We're excited about the possibilities for the Modernization Workbench going forward. By shining a light on the complex applications that our customers have, we're not only providing immediate insight, but also immediate value for the customer. Going forward, I see that extending that to other areas of our technology in the company will also provide immediate value for the customers. We have a customer, Express Scripts, who combined MFE with the Modernization Workbench to achieve 40% productivity enhancement among their developers and architects. I see that as a great combination of technologies, so we've just rolled out Analyzer Express which supports Visual COBOL in the Visual Studio 2010 product. Additionally, in support of the migration efforts, we see that the analysis and insight that we can provide with the Workbench helps customers understand what they need to do to change their applications, what the cost will be to make those changes, and start the project much sooner, so effectively reducing the sales cycle and priming the pump for additional migrations going forward. And then finally, on the QA front, we see a lot of opportunities around things like test case coverage analysis, test case generation, coding standards being applied to the applications. We're still in the early days of that analysis, but I look forward to continuing that research and rolling out products in the future.